Well,
So
yeah, thank you, Syed, for meeting with me and helping with my project.
thank you. I thank you too, because you consider me for your project.
Would you mind saying that again? The connection was not good.
So I was saying I am thankful to you uh, for considering me for your project.
I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, one of the
Am I
things
audible?
I can hear you. Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. Well, could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
My name is Syed. I am 20 years old. I am studying computer from University
The connection's not so good. Maybe we should try turning off the video just to make the audio a little bit better.
So it's fine now.
I think so. I can hear you. I can hear you better. So you're studying computer science. And I think you were talking about some of the other things that you do.
Hello.
So hello.
Yes.
So
Yes, I can hear you.
you study computer science?
Yes, yes.
Can you tell me about, I'm also into computers. I work for a software company, and
Great, great,
I'm interested in the types of things you're studying and focusing on.
great. That's great.
So do you do a lot of programming?
I'm not that much interested in programming. Interested in designing, but uh, I am now hustling towards e-commerce.
Oh, okay. Like creating online stores and advertising
Yes,
and that type of thing?
yes. You got it right.
That sounds really neat. What are some of
Yeah.
your hobbies and other things you do?
My hobby is reading now. Nowadays, I read books because it's quarantine, and I love reading.
Oh, what are some of the things you like to read?
Different personalities, different books about writers, the great personalities like Ryan Holiday, Dale Carnegie, and Robert Kiyosaki, Napoleon Hill.
Yeah, let's see. Dale Carnegie, he wrote the How to Have Friends and Influence People. I think that
Yeah,
was,
yeah. I have read it. That was fantastic book.
and then Napoleon Hill, How to Think and Grow Rich. I think is
Yeah,
his.
I have read it too.
Um, that's what's the most interesting lesson you've learned from those books?
Different books taught me different lessons. That Taken Goris taught me thoughts are things that what you thought and what you desire is something you can achieve one day. So that was a lesson from Think and Grow Rich. And from How to Win Friends and Influence People, I learned that we should see things from others' point of view. That I am thinking of one thing from another perspective, and the person in front of me is having different perspective. So we should uh, see things from their perspective to understand them better, and we should listen more, and something like that. Different books have taught me different lessons.
Yeah, and I mean those are both very amazing things.
Yeah,
And it's I mean it seems like you're further ahead than like 99% of people having already discovered those things.
yeah, yeah.
I mean because what we think is a thing, and whenever I look at for like a personal uh, kind of standpoint, kind of thinking of what your goal is, like maybe it's as simple as um, trying to uh, uh, complete a degree or buy
Yeah,
a
yeah.
house or a car. Being able to visualize it and actually articulate that that's your goal is like you know the the first critical step to actually making it happen.
Yeah, first thing happen in our mind, then it's happen in reality.
And I feel like that's true for us as a civilization as well.
Mm,
If we want to have a world that's at peace, where everybody can um, kind of maximize their potential and explore their interests and deal with each
yes.
other respectfully, we have to have that as a common vision as the first step.
Mm. Nathan, can we open our video now? I think the internet is stable now.
Oh, yes.
So, so we can see each other face to face.
But do you think humanity has that as a vision, us all being peaceful and coming together and trying to create a world where everybody can maximize their lives?
Yeah, I think so. I think positively about humanity, not destructively.
I just feel, like politicians and different like interest groups and companies, they seem way more focused on their little area instead of looking at the kind
Wider
of
perspective.
the wider perspective.
Yeah, you are right. Everybody is doing their job and let them do it. We are doing our job.
Um, and looking at things from other people's point of view, that's like 100% one of my goals of this project is I'm interested in how you see the world and how you see the future of humanity. And I mean, what are your thoughts? Where are we going?
We are growing in growth mode, and we are developing, as you see, before 10 years, and now you can see what advancement has been made. And after 10 years, that is the uh, you can say space world. Everybody would be talking about space. Everybody would be talking about
Are you still there? Hello, Syed. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Oh,
hear you. I think my internet is not having a good day today. Unfortunately, sorry for that.
yes, no worries. But I mean, it kind of goes to talk about the state of the world today versus what it will be in the near future. Have you heard of SpaceX Starship? I don't know, SpaceX Starlink. It's this a constellation of satellites that SpaceX is putting up to provide worldwide high-speed internet access. I think at some point, um, the entire world will have high-speed access.
Yeah, I know that. And Elon Musk is working on it, SpaceX, and it's a
I,
wonderful project.
yes, yes, exactly. And
That would be
whenever
amazing.
you and I both have this, I mean, we'll both be like connected to satellites. Then there'll be like three or four links between them, and then we would have almost a high, direct connection, and it would be extremely fast.
Yeah, it would be fantastic for all of us, and the world would go faster by it.
Um, let's see. What we were. Oh, I wanted to ask you. So just a few. Not sure how the internet's going to hold out. So I wanted to get your thoughts on a few things to just in case. Um, First off, uh, did you know that NASA was planning to send astronauts to the moon in 2024?
I just know when you contact me on Messenger, uh, you asked me for interview, and I replied you, "Is it a joke?" Because I was thinking it as a joke, and why someone would like to interview me on space, a random person, and to talk about on space. Then I get to your website and see that, and I got to know from that.
And now that you know about it, what do you think about it?
Yeah, this is the need of an hour to go to space to explore because our whole universe is interconnected. What we should know what is going around us, our universe, and to solve problems of the earth because what the Stephen Hawking said in his last book that we should go to Proxima B. We should a planet that revolves like it has water. Do you know Proxima B?
Yeah,
Hello, Nathan. Can you hear me?
I can. It cuts in and out. So I hear you perfectly for a while, then it gets like statically, then there's like a pause, and then it's like that. So it looks like you might be on mute. I think whenever you get disconnected and reconnected, it always puts you back in the room as on mute. I think I could change that. Mute participants on entry. I'll uncheck that box, but I think you have to unmute yourself now. Mm. Well, I see you again, so that's good. But oh, there, I can hear you too, I think.
Okay. Submit.
Ooh. Hello.
I've changed my position now near to my router. So sorry for disturbance. So may I continue? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. So you were just telling me, so the question was, what do you think about us going back to the moon in 2024?
So I think positively about it. I think that we should explore the universe because whole universe is interconnected and we should know what's going on around us. We should explore that. And to solve problems of earth, we need to go to the moon, because I was listening to your one of interview, and you said that electromagnetism was discovered because we go to space. And so that's why we should go to 2024. We should go to moon in 2024, and we don't know what we will find, because sometimes we start some work for something and we find another thing, and we don't know what we would find when we will go to moon in 2024. So it would be an amazing journey. It would be exciting for all of us, and I'm hopeful that we should find something new.
And if it was safe and affordable, would you go to space?
Definitely, if I would have a chance, I would definitely go for it.
Um, I mean, you wouldn't be scared to be on the top of a rocket or inside of a little capsule where if it had an air leak, you wouldn't be able to breathe, or coming back and the ship is going through the atmosphere so quick that it's like being engulfed by flames. That doesn't scare you?
It is a bit scary, and um, what could I say? But I must take some risks, because it's not a chance that everybody have. It's a chance once in a life which you get, and I will definitely don't miss my chance to go to space. It's a bit scary about life and what could happen, but I would definitely make the decision for going if I would have a chance, because this chance is not for everyone, and going to space is not available for everyone. So I would definitely make decision to go for it, although it's at
And
some fair, something scary, but I will make some.
now, how far would you go? Just to orbit, like where the International Space
Yes,
Station is, or to the moon? Or would you consider moving to Mars permanently, to stay there for the rest of your life, and your children would grow up on Mars?
no, I don't think so. For uh, as a resident on Mars, I will um, I would be happy if some people go. I will not risk my life to go to Mars. I would definitely go for a space tour and come back to the Earth and live here, but not as a resident here.
Now, do you see a point though in the future, like 500 years, 1,000 years, 10,000 years? I mean, whatever, at some point in the future, where there are humans who have never ever been to the Earth?
Can you repeat your question, please?
Oh, at some point in the future, do you think humanity has actually branched out beyond the Earth to actually create settlements on the moon, on Mars, the moons of Jupiter, the moons of Saturn, these big floating cities, these ships on their way to Proxima Centauri? And at some point, there are humans being born all over the place outside of the Earth. And at some point, do you think there might be humans who have never ever come to Earth?
Mm, I could not say about that, but I think so. It would happen because we are going for it, and we are making our plans, and NASA is working day by day. Their workers are working for that, and I think so. It would happen possibly in 500 years, and that's not a thing like that seems impossible. It is possible.
And those were pretty much the questions I had. Did you have any questions for me?
Yes, I have a question. What you have learned from making so many interviews? You have said me that you have taken 500 interviews. So, from different opinions, what have you learned from talking to the other persons about their cultures, and different people would be having different perspective. So, what is the conclusion from all of the interviews? Some key points, what people think about it.
Well, I think the most important thing that I've learned from this project has nothing to do with space and has everything to do with people. Um, we live in a world filled with amazing, remarkable, generous people all over the world. Um, in Egypt, in Pakistan, in India, in Chile, in the US, in Europe, people who are willing to have a conversation with a stranger, willing to kind of talk about the future, kind of work through different thoughts and feelings. And it gives me great hope that if we could create more dialogue between people and work together across all of the things that we choose to let separate us, countries, race, economic stratification, family background, whatever it is. If we can start talking to each other across these things and dealing with each other respectfully and as co-partners in the future of humanity, then I think we could do anything. And I am so, uh, it gives me great hope and great happiness to meet people like you and to meet all the other people that I've talked to. People who were just trying to get a coffee at the coffee store, willing to have a conversation with me, and people who were sitting next to me on the bus, and things like this. Um, but coming back to space, what I've learned on a very kind of narrow practical level is very few people actually know that we're going to the moon in 2024. That this is something that pretty much only people who follow space things really know. And there's maybe a few other people outside of that, but um, I think when 2024 comes and we actually land people on the moon, people will be surprised. And it may be many years after that before a lot of people even find out about it. And they'll be, wow, that's interesting. I didn't realize we actually did that.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Um, I also think of this project as being a time capsule for people in the future to look back at our time and to kind of learn about how life was now. And is there anything about today's time that you think would be good to capture and share for those people looking back at this interview 100 years from now?
Mm, I think that they will miss a chance, or but the most important thing is knowledge, and it doesn't matter that I go to space or you go to space or anyone from the world go to space. The main thing is knowledge, and what we get the information from that space is available today, it would be available in 2024 and would be available for 100 years from that. So the main thing is, I think, is information that is valuable and that would be available for them after 100 years.
Indeed. And you bring up a good point. We plan to have two astronauts step foot on the moon in 2024. How can we do it in such a way that it feels like billions of us are right there with them, that we're all on the moon, even though it's just two humans right there? How can we create the experience and use technology to make it feel like that you and I are right there on the moon with them?
So they should go to live and make some recording and get live from there, and we should have big screens in different cinemas or in halls, and we all could sit there and see that the NASA is live and they are exploring the moon, and we should have some gathering like that, and hope so if COVID gets off, then definitely it should happen.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm really hoping is in 2024, people are going, "What's COVID? I don't understand." That would be good. Uh, Well, I really appreciate the time, Syed. Thank you so much for talking to me, and I look forward to
Welcome.
staying in touch online.
Thank you. So I would like to interview you too to post on my Facebook and going live on Facebook. I would be glad if you give some time. We would definitely mark some date on calendar and talk on Messenger about that.
Yeah, definitely. We could pick a time. Um, if you wanted to do it now, we could do it now. Don't know what your thoughts are.
Thank you. Thank you. So
Okay, well, we'll be in touch and we'll figure out a time to do that.
thank you. Thank you so much, Nathan.
You have a good rest of your day.
Nice to meet you and wish you all the best for your project and going positively in 2024. And many congratulations for this step you have taken, and you have interviewed 500 people. That's not an easy task for everyone. It should be like computer can do it, a thing again and again and again, and it's different for human being to perform a task again and again. So I really appreciate your work you are doing, and thank you for your precious time and you consider me for your points, and thank you for that.
Thank you. Until
So
next
nice
time.
to meet you. We'll see you again
Absolutely.
next time. See you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.